This month I had a very unwelcome surprise. My orthodontist told me that I needed to go back to braces again. See, about 15 years ago, I had braces put on because my teeth were crooked and they straightened out. And then he left me with a small wire behind my lower teeth to keep everything in position. And that all worked great until last November when Kathy and I were going to the Dominican Republic for our marriage seminar. And as soon as we left Toronto on the airplane, the wire broke and it was then sticking out into my tongue. I couldn't eat, I couldn't speak, and here I was heading in to begin a seminar. So it was a tremendous problem. So for a few days we were able to stick it down with chewing gum. And then Kathy miraculously took tweezers and was able to bend it, so I was able to successfully get through the seminar. But there was about 3 weeks before I could get back to the orthodontist and have the wire replaced, which he did. But over the last few months, I'm noticing that I'm getting pain in my jaw, it's hard to chew, my teeth don't seem to be lining up correctly. I went to my regular dentist, he had no idea what was wrong, but I had to see the orthodontist about some other matter, and so I told him about this problem. And so he looked and said, "Oh," he says, "your teeth are all out of alignment again." I said, "How could that be?" He says, "Well, when the wire broke, they started to move. It's almost like my teeth became like unruly children when the teacher leaves the room and they all start to move around and change desks." So he said, "Oh yeah, we can fix that. Just put braces back on." And I thought, not again. And I said, "Well, how fast can we do this? You know, I want it done over a weekend." And then he just looked at me with a kind smile, and I knew what he was saying. And he was just saying, "What a stupid question. You know that this is a very slow process because braces have to gradually nudge your teeth back into place. It can't be done overnight." So that's what he did. So while I was complaining to God about this, he showed me this parallel. You see, when we come into the kingdom, we're a mess. We're out of alignment. We've got baggage, lies, bad habits. Our personalities are damaged. And then when we come into the kingdom, if we give God permission, He begins to change us and to realign us into His image. But it's a very slow and gradual process. And on many occasions in this process, I've said to God, "Okay, I want all my baggage removed today. I want all the lies removed today. I want to be completely transformed into your image. Can we do it today?" And God smiles at me and says, "This is a long, slow, lifetime process. But as long as you're walking with God, He's continuously nudging you into His will." And remember, the Bible talks about this transformation is like a potter on the potter's wheel, and we're the clay. And so the pot doesn't emerge instantly. It's gradually molded over time in the hands of a craftsman, which is God. And so God impressed upon me that I have to be patient, that He's molding me into His image. But now there are times when you can speed this process up. It won't happen overnight, but if you talk to a counselor, a pastor, go for prayer ministry, and read books about personal transformation, you can speed things up. But still, you have to be patient. But the key is, give God permission to change you and mold you into His image. And then the closer you walk to Him, and the closer you walk with God, the faster this process goes. And so I want to encourage you today. Many of you are frustrated that you're just not changing fast enough. But walk with God, be patient. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you look back now over the last couple of years, you will see that you're a different person. So be encouraged. Walk with God, stay with Him. He is continuously molding you and nudging you into proper alignment. So now I want to hear from you. How has God molded and shaped you? How have you overcome the frustration of wanting to be transformed overnight like I did? Just leave your testimony in the box below this video. And if this is your first visit here, you need to get my free self-assessment guide. And to do that, just subscribe to my weekly email newsletter by clicking on the link on this page, Join the Transformation Movement. And I'll talk to you again next week, but this week, give God permission, stay close to Him, and you'll be nudged into place.